All right, welcome to another video. You may notice something different. Times are different, so I'm trying a new style. Don't have to go out in public anyway. Under quarantine, everything's shut down. I do gotta say though, I don't really like it. I mean, maybe it looks better, but I just kind of look like an archetype now, and not an archetype that I necessarily want to look like. Not only that, like I actually kind of miss having the hair I had. Like it was definitely noticeably going thin and bald and really not looking so hot here. But having that hair was just a feeling, a state of being that I really think I preferred. And granted, this is brand new, so maybe there might be some changes where I start to prefer it like this, but it's been a while since I've tried it, so I'm starting to really kind of get a better sense for what it's gonna like, what it really feels like. When I first did it, I thought, oh yeah, this is much better. I look better. Like this is a really good decision, but now I just don't know if I like it, which sucks because I bought some like extra razors too to maintain it, but I don't like it. I think I'm gonna grow my hair back, even though it won't grow all the way back in. Okay, so I'm trying to find the record button here. Oh, okay, so I already clicked I was trying to click the screen share button, but it looks like I had already clicked it. So let's continue on with this test. So we're going to be doing a new topic. It's going to be MPLS, and it's going to be configuration and troubleshooting. Seamless MPLS. Yeah, it like feels a lot different, and not only that, I didn't have the best razors, so like the back of my head is like really messed up, and like it kind of burns pretty badly. So like I wasn't even able to sleep very well last night because like it just burned. So yeah, I'll be working on that, growing that hair back. But for now, let's continue studying for this exam. So it's going to be MPLS, configuration and troubleshooting. Yeah, the other thing about it that I'd say about it is it took like forever. I think it took me like over an hour. I didn't keep track of how long it took, but I would be really surprised if it took me less than an hour. It was a lot of work. And I don't know, I think I look better. I'll have to look at my older videos to figure out which style I like. Like it matters anyway. I'm a tech guy. All right, so let's figure out seamless MPLS. So we'll use the same old strategy. You can open up router 7, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's like my head is like it does not feel good, and I nicked my skin a bunch of times too, so it's like I'm in actually kind of a lot of pain. Okay, so I wasn't recording that whole time, but oops, I accidentally played a video of myself. I was looking back through um, my old pictures where I didn't do this. So yeah, you can see I'm really having a lot of trouble focusing. So let's keep focused on things that matter, which is definitely career development. I mean, personal hygiene and all that sort of stuff does matter, and it matters during a pandemic too, when you're shut in your apartment. I mean, personally, I think my life is a lot is a lot worse being shut in my apartment, and part of that reason is just all my routines are busted, and I haven't built new ones because I think I'm going to go back. It's like how can I build new routines if I'm going to presumably go back to my old routines? But I just haven't realized yet that there is no going back. Like it's different now. Like everything is different. All right, but let's but this test I can still take this test. Um there's nothing preventing me from, as far as I know. I'll find out more during the Q&A in August, but for now, if it just so happens that I can take the test, I gotta be prepared. Okay, so here it says the following examples illustrate how to configure MPLS signal LSPs on the egress router, and then it's blank. There's no examples. So this one's not going to be good. So we're going to be looking for seamless MPLS. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, and my head feels like cold now too. Like I really like miss my hair. In fact, I was wearing a cap I got just because I think it feels a little bit better. I'm gonna put this back on. Yeah, I've got like a headache too. This whole week I've been feeling super bad. This is the week I think the shut-in is really hitting me. Okay, let's try this. Let's take let's do a help or pipe match seam and see if we get anything. So we're gonna do like that, and we'll see if we get any documentation for seamless. So we're gonna copy that. We're gonna do a regular expression to replace, and we're going to find a new line. We're going to replace that new line with type match scene, and then we'll add another new line. Oops, so that wasn't it. Let's try taking this new line out. Oops. So I do need a new line somewhere. So I think it's actually, yeah. think this will work. Perfect. All right, let's see if we get any results. Okay, so classic Juniper didn't paste them all in. There we go. Okay, so unfortunately, it looks like there are no hits. Try these top ones again because they didn't paste in entirely cleanly. So might have that looking a little bit nicer, easier to tell. Yes, I don't see anything about seamless. Because if it talked about seamless, it would have SEAM in it, but I don't see any documentation with SEAM. So yeah, I don't think there's anything for seamless MPLS. Okay, so I guess we're going to need to do an internet search, which I'm always hesitant to do. I mean, this is normally the first thing I would do is internet search, but I'm not going to have the ability to do this on the test. Okay, so this looks like it's figuring the broadband edge as a node within seamless MPLS network designs. Yep, this is exactly what I need. So technical overview, broadband edge as a service node within seamless MPLS network designs. The Juniper Networks broadband edge solution enables providers to deliver traditional multi-play residential services over a simpler collapsed network design that consolidates management and service activation points. This approach enables faster service rollouts and differentiated service offerings with greater operational efficiency, along with service velocity, service agility, and faster time to renew for new subscribers and services. The architectural elements of the broadband edge IP/MPLS service node design that enable consolidation of services at the edge include network topology, access protocols, IP/MPLS overlay, and interoperability with the metro/aggregation network. This network configuration example document focuses specifically on the use case in which MX series broadband edge is deployed as an IP/MPLS service node within a seamless MPLS network architecture. The following sections provide an overview of this broadband edge solution. the challenges faced by service providers in today's market. The telecommunications market is increasingly dominated by IP packet services. The developments in this area are occurring so fast, it is difficult for service providers to keep up with staying profitable and retaining a strong client base. Their business and operational models are challenged as they struggle to manage the customer bandwidth demands brought on by increasing data services and especially video. Broadband developments with wireline and 4G/LTE access offer much higher bandwidths to end users and are quickly becoming key drivers for new service developments and network designs. Future bandwidth requirements and service mix uncertainties. So future bandwidth requirements and service mix uncertainties. Oh, I see. Service mix uncertainties. So you don't know what kind of service you want or what kind of service you want with other kinds of services. So future bandwidth requirements and service mix uncertainties make the choice of network and service architecture even more complicated. So I think what this means is there used to be more of a certainty that you would need TV, phone, and internet, but now providers can't count on that, and it's uncertain the kind of services that the consumer even wants to buy. I know for me, I used to work at the ISP, so I had free cable and a free landline, and if I weren't getting that for free, I absolutely would not want those services or pay for them. I did, before I left, I did cancel those services and just kept the internet service. Network and operational complexity do not lend themselves easily to change, yet the ability to change rapidly is critical to service provider success, and it represents a significant competitive advantage. A streamlined network architecture is needed, one that reduces CapEx by eliminating multiple service-specific requirements, and OpEx by significantly reducing the number of service provisioning points. A streamlined network architecture that converges residential, business, and mobile network infrastructures and provides the agility to adapt to changing requirements is underway. Seamless MPLS with pseudowire head end termination. So a head end, for anyone who doesn't know, is a location with equipment that the ISP owns. So it's just another location with equipment that the ISP owns. This is where they'll have their so it's a location that so it's not necessarily owned by the ISP. It can be rack space rented from another company. It can be owned by the ISP, but it's where they put their equipment that's not on the customer premise. It's in a head end. Seamless MPLS with pseudowire head-end termination provides a converged packet network and service architecture based on IP/MPLS. This architecture allows service providers to manage rapidly evolving service mix and bandwidth growth. It is based on a simple principle of expanding the dynamic IP/MPLS network to reach across core metro and access network infrastructure enabling any-to-any packet connectivity and flexible service overlay. This use case is a simplified backhaul architecture in which a Juniper Networks MX series service edge provides a combination of residential and business provider edge services. Seamless MPLS. Seamless, no boundaries. MPLS is a network architecture in which all forwarding of packets within a network from the time a packet enters the network until it leaves the network is based on MPLS. Seamless MPLS is critical to effective network convergence. Figure 1 illustrates the traditional network architecture without convergence. Note the separate wireless and wireline MPLS cores and the multiple Ethernet and MPLS aggregation points. This is a traditional network architecture without convergence, so there's no seamless MPLS here. Let's take a look at what it looks like when there is seamless MPLS. Figure 2 shows network convergence with seamless MPLS. Service providers are moving from the traditional access and core-facing networks to this converged residential, business, and mobile backhaul design model to manage new service introduction velocity and service node flexibility, and to ensure that end-to-end service is available regardless of network changes. So this is a network convergence with seamless MPLS. Let's take a look at how they're different. So without convergence, we've got a wireless MPLS core and a wireline MPLS core, but with convergence, they're all in one. Without convergence, we've got Ethernet MPLS aggregation on a device plugging into the wireless MPLS core. We've got Ethernet MPLS aggregation for 2 additional devices, with one device plugging into both MPLS cores, the other one just plugging into this one. But with convergence, we've got converged IP/MPLS network and just one device into one core here. It looks like we've got some extra aggregation switches as well. Seamless MPLS with pseudo-wire head-end termination offers a solution to the following technical challenges. Building a service-agnostic packet network at scale, ensuring end-to-end service availability in the face of any failure scenario, offering network service level agreements that accommodate diverse services, managing new service introduction velocity, coping with the operational complexities resulting from all of these changes. The ultimate benefit of a converged seamless MPLS network is simplified service delivery as shown in figure 3. Oh, so this is the traditional service delivery. I was about to say it doesn't look very simplified to me. Let's see how it's simplified. So we've got, this is an EN instead of a CPE. We've got an AN. So this is interesting because we don't have a CPE anywhere that I can see. It looks like they're all renamed, except for the AN is still named the same, but the PE we're now calling the SN/BNGs. I mean, to me, it personally looks similar, but I guess you have more of an end-to-end. You have fewer endpoints that you need to manage because these are going to be independent MPLS domain, so you're going to have a lot of extra configuration here to configure each domain, but here you won't need all of that extra configuration, or at least not to the extent required in a traditional service delivery. In today's MPLS or Ethernet MPLS environments, L2 and L3 functions no longer need to be separated. Seamless MPLS provides a flexible infrastructure to extend access toward service edge functions such as BNGs and mobile gateways, services that can be centralized or not, depending on scaling and services take rates. Yeah, I don't know what a services take rate is. Taking MPLS to the access and enabling MPLS packet forwarding. Oh, I was planning to sleep until 7:30, but unfortunately, with all the big changes to my skill, I just couldn't sleep last night. All right, so, oh, but it does mean I got to start the work day soon. I start at 8. Taking MPLS to the access and enabling MPLS packet forwarding end-to-end across the network requires new functionality and features and a systematic architecture that can scale to tens of thousands of nodes. Juniper Network's seamless MPLS architecture enables a smooth migration from traditional networks to a scalable end-to-end MPLS network. Building seamless MPLS networks. Taking MPLS to the access and building MPLS networks results in service flexibility, simplified provisioning, simplified operations. Seamless MPLS architecture is a way of enabling MPLS end-to-end between access nodes with all forwarding based on MPLS labels. This means that all service provisioning and operations are MPLS based. There is a clean separation of control plane, management plane, and data plane operations throughout the network that allows decoupling of the service provisioning plane from the underlying transport technology. It also makes way for optimizing and simplifying service provisioning and operations, making it possible to minimize the number of service provisioning points. Yeah, as I said here, in the traditional way, you've got a bunch of configuration on all these devices because they're all separate MPLS domains. But yep, as they said down there in so many jumbly words, your configuration is much more seamless. Network resiliency and with deterministic sub-second end-to-end convergence for services. MPLS has significant traffic engineering capabilities, enabling end-to-end service restoration, the ability to do traffic engineering based on real-time network conditions, supports strict service level agreements, guaranteed service availability, and sub-second restoration of services with fast reroute mechanisms in the event of link or node failures. The goal of seamless MPLS is to extend the same benefits end-to-end across the access network. Scale to the order of 100,000 nodes network-wide without compromising any benefits. Seamless MPLS enhances the capacity to scale as needed. WANs or core typically consist of 100 to 1,000 L3 nodes, but the metro access and aggregation networks could each contain that many, with hundreds of access aggregation subnetworks in a single network. Now I'm trying to twirl my hair, which I love doing, and I can't do that. The result is a network that can scale to over 100,000 nodes. Seamless MPLS with pseudo-wire head-end termination, similar to MX series PE routers. The MX series BNG application integrates broadband subscriber management functionality with IP/MPLS service node functions. Supporting pseudo-wire head-end termination and subscriber management enables broadband network services to be transported over IP/MPLS and flexibly terminated on any MX series service node within the IP/MPLS network. Figure 4 shows a number of services that are converged on this common architecture, including residential services such as video, data, and wholesale L2TP, and business services such as L3VPN, VPLS, L2VPN, and business internet. With direct termination on the BNG for converged residential and business services, service providers are afforded a simple design from a provisioning perspective, fewer provisioning points. All right, so let's take a look at the example, see if it's something I can spin up in my lab. I'm kind of tempted to just call it good. Oh man, look at this. This is a wild example. Lots and lots of configuration. I mean, to be honest, I'm tempted to do it because it's just going to be a good exercise for MPLS. Let's try to see how many routers are necessary. Okay, here we go. So we're going to need router 1, 2, 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll need 6 routers. Oops, and then we'll need a radius server as well. So I don't know, I kind of like this this exercise, and I've got 8 servers hooked up already, so I can change that and just have these 6 servers. Because this looks like a pretty good MPLS lab. But it looks like they're only giving the configuration for router 1, although there is a lot of, okay, so they are giving it for router 2 as well. Yeah, so I guess I want to do this lab. I won't be able to do it this morning, so I'll have to come back to it. So, here we go. So the BNG router 0. So yeah, I think this is going to be good. Maybe I can just read the conclusion. Deploying an MX series BNG as an IP/MPLS service node within a seamless MPLS network architecture enables the convergence of residential services together with mobile, business, and other services. This convergence maximizes service placement flexibility while minimizing operational costs. The single converged packet network and the decoupling of infrastructure and service architectures ensure that service delivery points can be easily added or changed in rapid response to changing network requirements. Okay, so I'm going to call it there, and during the lunchtime video, and hopefully I can do a after work video. I've been kind of bad about that recently, but I don't know if I can really blame myself. It's just been kind of uncertain times, especially for something as complicated as spending a lot of personal hard-earned money to go and take a really difficult test on a journey that's not necessarily guaranteed to be safe. All right. So, yep, everything is, I think, good to go. Huh, there's a spider on the other side of the window crawling around, and now I see him on the side of the window that's in the apartment, so I'll need to take care of that. But until the, well, I almost forgot here, so let me, yeah, so I'll be coming back to this in the lunchtime video, so thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.